All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Waycast. We are in Titus chapter 2 tonight, and the first section is the introduction. The theme of this chapter is the church is to teach and preach the Word of God. The church must teach sound doctrine. The church must teach sound doctrine, or it is not a church. I have written a little book entitled The Spiritual Fingerprints of the Visible Church, in which I go back to the day of Pentecost, where we are told that those who were added to the church on that day continued steadfast in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship and in breaking of bread and in prayer, Acts chapter 2 and verse 24. And I'm reading through the Bible by J. Vernon McGee, and that's McGee and not me. I encourage you to order that book if you so inclined. And these were the identification marks of the early church: the apostles' doctrine, fellowship, breaking of bread, and prayer. It really doesn't matter how high the steeple may be or how beautiful the chimes may play. It is the message that is going out from the pulpit which will tell you whether the church is really a church, organized as Paul understood it and as the Word of God declares it. In the first chapter, we found that the elders from Titus was to that the elders whom Titus was to ordain were to be able to do two things: to exhort and to refute or confute the heretics. It is important not to spend your entire ministry refuting everybody. There are some people who have what I would call a negative ministry. All they do is attack the enemies of the gospel. That is important, but I believe we all need a balanced ministry, and elders should be able to exhort from the Word of God as well as be able to answer a heretic. In the second chapter of Paul's epistles will be upon the teaching of the Word of God. So you notice here he mentions the signs of a church again: his doctrine, fellowship, which is koinonia, and that's why they would eat before that they had a meal. A lot of people think it's the breaking of bread, but it is also breaking of bread and prayer. Their fellowship and breaking of bread are two different